Welcome back, everyone. Heads or Tails here, and it's that time of the week again. Time for our $15 a week challenge. Now, this week we picked something up from these right here. So let's get into it and see what we got. Okay, folks. Now, this here is going to be week 3 on the $15 a week challenge that Keshire Keith and I have got going. That is kind of a little spin-off of the $10 a week meal stack started. Now, been doing a little here and a little there, and we got to talking last week. I've been accounting for shipping as well on my total, and talked with everybody else in the challenge, and they're like, well, you wouldn't be accounting for your gas for going to the LCS now, would you? And of course they're right. You know, if I went and picked something up from the LCS, which my local one is really cool, and if you haven't seen that video yet, I'll link it down below as well, along with the playlist for the challenge. But I wouldn't be accounting for my gas going up there and getting something either. So I've taken that out of the equation a little bit, which gives a little more to play with. So this week, as I showed a while ago, I picked something up from Mutiny Metals. Now, the thing that I picked up, they were actually out of originally, and I had to wait for it to come back in, and then once again the mail. It was actually one of the first things I ordered for this challenge, but I got, I don't know if you can see it here or not. Oh, focus. There we go. The Mutiny Metals little hand poured. It is a 1/4 ounce pour. Now these here, when I first looked for them, were completely sold out. I had to wait a little bit on them, and they actually sent me an email saying, hey, you know, we're going to be putting them back on, so I jumped right on it. Now this thing right here was only, I got a couple of them, but this one here was $10 for a 1/4 ounce. Now I know it's still kind of high on the premium, but it's a pour, you know, and a lot of other things come into play on it, but it's a very nice piece. They also went ahead and threw this in, so I'm going to count it, but they threw that in the bag as well. Now this is copper, but once again, this challenge isn't just necessarily about silver. It's about whatever you get that you want that might retain value or just a little something to sit back. So they tossed that in there as well, which I think was very cool. And if anybody from the company is watching, thank you very much. That was awesome to have that tossed in there. So there's my my bet for this week right here. $10 spent, which means I still have 5 from this week to roll over to next week, and still had I believe it was 68 cents from last week to roll over to next week. So we'll kick that over and see what we can't come up with there. Now, before we completely end this here, I want to do a couple of shout outs. One is going to be to Aloha Stacker. I put a little shout out there to a few people and was asking for a little help. I was having some trouble coming up with a name. I'm getting my kids more involved in the channel, and they're all involved in everything as it is. But I was having a little trouble coming up with a screen name for the oldest of my 3 young ones. And we tossed some ideas back and forth, and ended up, he come up with Ash AG 47. So we now have Sky Stacker, Wildman, and Ash AG 47. And the other shout out is going to be to Mad Stacker. Last night on his live stream, he gave him a shout out, which they were ecstatic about. and just kind of welcomed them to the community. He opened a couple rolls for them and stuff, and they just thought that was the coolest thing ever. So both you guys, thank you very much, and thank you to the community for, welcoming them right along with everybody else. That's very cool, and you'll be seeing a lot more from them here very soon. So as always, folks, from my family to yours, have you a great day. Thank you, everybody. And everyone, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that little bell icon so you'll be notified every time we have something new come out.